Hello guys, this is Vysh. So today is July 7th, 2023, Friday. So we started on Monday, so we have completed the Monday to Friday thing officially. And so this is episode number 5. Okay, like that episodes will keep going. Saturday also it will come. Sunday it won't be there. Sunday, you know that editorial will come, but it will be a different editorial won't come on Sunday, and Saturday only one page editorial will come. Okay, so that you will understand as and when tomorrow, day after tomorrow and all I'll do, you will understand. So please follow it every day, and in case any problem in audio and all, you can tell in comment section. The video will be fine, the presentation will be fine, only my part where I am moving and all may get frozen. That just bear with that. Okay, just focus on the content which is on the screen and not on me all the time. Okay, you can listen, but not all the time. In case of any issues, please look in the presentation. Okay, so I hope you can see the articles now. These are the articles which are there today, and everything is not important. That also I'll tell you. Each of the thing I'll tell you why we are discussing or not discussing. 3 important articles are there, very essential for your upcoming prelims and mains. Even 23 people who will give exams and all now, they also will need it. So here, the first one is a report. It's a PMI, if you know, Purchasing Manager Index. Okay, that is by S&P Global. There it is nothing useful to you. That's why I will not discuss that. It is May month data and the June month data. Very like factual statistics kind of data is there. Okay, it's nothing outcome is there. Only that this report is published by S&P Global. That is the learning for you in that. So don't waste time on that. Okay, so then again the next one, if you see, Uniform Civil Code. It will be now, launched in the monsoon session. You know, Parliament session, how it happens? There will be 3 sessions. There will be budget session which happened in February. Okay, then there will be monsoon session which happens now in this July-August time, and then there will be one winter session which happens in the November-December time. So it is like budget, monsoon, winter, BMW. Okay, BMW is the 3 type of sessions in Parliament which happens. Okay, so that also try to find out like why 3 we have and all. There is a clause in constitution like this much gap only should be there between 2 sessions, and mandatorily at least 2 sessions should happen. Like that, some criteria is there in the this thing in the constitution. It is written. Okay, try to find out that. It's your polity part. Lakshmikant textbook will have that data. So Uniform Civil Code, here it is not talking basically about the civil code, it's about the history of civil code, right from what Ambedkar told, then about Article 44 and that history, why it should be implemented in our country, that is being discussed here, but I will tell you everything. So GS1, GS2 portion you can tell. And then this one is like that full page, if you see second page, it is internet shutdown. Internet shutdown, India is number 1. Okay, in multiple reports, India is number 1 over the years. If the full world is doing, suppose 800 shutdowns, in that 100 plus shutdowns will be India's. Okay, so who is first, who is second, and what is the consequence of it, why it should be done or should not be done, all those things we'll discuss. It's a very big article, so that also we'll discuss. Okay, so one is Uniform Civil Code, one is internet shutdown, which we'll discuss today, and then this also very important GS3 paper, economics, it is pure economics, the rupee. Okay, rupee making global, because dollar is ruling the world, and then we brought in this UPI and digital and all. So many, like slowly we are trying to reduce the dependence on dollars also. We cannot do it one shot, we cannot do it, because first thing is we have to make it official in other international groups and all. Okay, like China's currency and all, 3, 4, 5 years back, internationally it got recognition. People are exchanging it and swapping with each other and all. So India's also, we are trying, and what needs to be done, what is the problem, all those things we'll discuss. So these are the 3 big articles and important articles we'll discuss today. Please watch till the end. Okay, and this one is a repeat article we discussed already 2 days back. Karnataka promised a lot of freebies in the election campaign, like we'll give you free rice, free metro rides, free bus rides, free everything, free electricity, free. So now they itself, it got backfired. Okay, because where will the fund come from? Where will the rice come from to give this much 5 kilo rice extra? Already there are hundreds of schemes running and rice shortage is there, and you people are again declaring free rice. So that backfired. So now again, that I already explained. Okay, please watch previous editorials. And then now some conference happened. Food ministers and these people had conference, and so there again it failed, I think. So that failure they are telling again, there's no takeaway. Okay, then this side, Fridays they put a picture and tell picture of the week. So there they are telling this one. Okay, the tomato price and that photo they have shown there. And then also Fridays, it's just like Saturday, second page is not very important. Friday also they put this archive old news items, and then some notes written by some person that is science journalist equal to scientist. That kind of one story he has written, not at all useful for you. Okay, then there is artificial rain related one small cutout is there, where they are telling in I think Tamil Nadu, in Jaipur, in Agra, Delhi and all, they are trying this artificial rains, okay, which already Dubai and other countries are already doing it. So that we are also experimenting here. It is called Monex monsoon experiment, Monex, and then Russian research ship and all these are there in Arabian Sea. So kind of some just a data. It's again, I'm telling, it's not the main article, just in the Friday last one small box is given. Okay, now inside the newspapers also students ask me, can you tell the basic or important headlines of the day? So there'll be a lot of things like India, France visit I think is going to happen. Modi will go to France, just like go to USA, like that. Some articles are there here and there. And again, the main highlight I saw is Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3, like 1 and 2 was done. Chandrayaan 3 will be getting launched this month. So that when it comes, obviously a big editorial still will come. That's why I'm telling, I need not discuss the other pages. Every important news will definitely come in the editorial one day or the other. So you wait and see in the next 1 week, big editorial will come on Chandrayaan. That time we'll discuss. Okay. Or maybe science anyway, I am planning, like we have other series where science specific videos are going on. There I will explain that, or some ma'am will explain. Okay. So this will be launched in July 14 and it's not like immediately it will reach the moon. Lunar landing is August month. Okay, and that also it's written, it's dependent on the sunrise on the moon. Okay, moon when it gets at sunrise time, that is the time when it is optimum for landing. And if they miss that date, then the next, I think September, till September they have to wait for landing. So that kind of thing, just a small article came in somewhere in the 3rd or 4th page. So again, I just will show you like these headlines along with the editorial because students requested, but we will not do a full-fledged inside this because then editorial video will get lengthy. Okay. So these are the questions for newcomers to this channel. First time watching this editorial, mandatory pause the video, read this. Okay, please read this, else don't proceed because you will have many other questions which I don't want to repeat. Okay, so this again in our channel, as I told, the plums videos are going on, lectures are going on. Now in Hindi English mix, there is this history NCERT going on. In English, I already have completed long back. Hindi English mix, again the ma'am is doing. So that chapter 3 is going on of class 9th, where Nazism and Hitler is going on. Okay, so it will be very interesting. If you are okay with Hindi English mix, please watch that. It will be very, very interesting. Every day one episode will come. And I think 8 p.m. I have told to be done. So 8 p.m. every day one episode will come. Okay, one chapter itself will be broken down into 4-5 parts so that you get the detailed explanation of the detailed German Revolution and all those stories. So very, very important. Please watch every day 8 p.m. the Hindi English history. Okay, test series 2024. Just WhatsApp me. Number is given at the bottom. WhatsApp me. Okay. Vysh courses channel. Please subscribe. Foundations and all, come and get in the WhatsApp. So internet shutdown, okay, which is the lengthiest article today. So more than what is there in the article, because article what they did, no, they have done like an interview format. Two people are talking. So what that person asked, then what she replied. Then again what person asked, what she replied. It's a big interview kind of format. That is why it is lengthy also. So I first, before that, I will show you extra things which is needed for you, the static part of it. Okay, so there is multiple reports. One of the report, this Access Now and Keep It On coalition, they told India enforced as many as 84 internet shutdowns. 84 internet shutdowns in 2022, and so India is the like top of the list. World countries you take, India is the top. So here if you see year by year comparison is given. 2022, 187 global shutdowns were there, internet shutdown, which government will purposely do it for certain reasons. 84 were in India. Okay, so India is the worst in case of this internet shutdown thing, and this will have huge impact in a mains answer. If you have to write a mains answer, this is your skeleton. Okay, you have to quote some reports and history and data and charts. That's how you begin, and then you have to put the things. Okay, what are the impacts of it? Okay, why it's done, who does it, then impact of it. That is the economic, social, different headings you have to do. Economic means obviously when internet is shut down, most of the economic work won't happen. Socially, people, like even if you are providing something online aid or something to people, how will they know whether the benefits are reaching them? So again, social causes. Political, again, political people will take it as a tool and then keep suppressing different things. If anything is told against them, they'll shut down the internet. So political impact is there. Education and health, both are running on internet now. Okay, including we teaching you. If internet is shut down, we cannot communicate with you. Okay, because online teaching means obviously you need internet. You are using this, or even WhatsApp messages if I am doing, it's because there is internet. If it's shut down means how will we teach you? Okay, so health also, everything is now telemedicine and online and all, Ayushman card, everything online digital cards are there. So it's again important. Okay, so like there are examples and headings. If you're like it's clear for you, then your answer you will get very good marks. Okay, so the again data, global scenario. This is all not there in the Hindu today. This is just another GK from Google I have taken. So global scenario, 187 thing I told, 35 countries. India is first I told you, second is Ukraine. Okay, Ukraine is like a distant second, meaning the number of shutdowns are very less. Okay, only 22 shutdowns are there. India was 84. Second place is Ukraine with 22. Then Iran with 18. Myanmar is fourth. Okay, they have not given the count. Myanmar is fourth. So there, but again, the number of time it is being done may be different. But Myanmar and all, one time you declared, then that itself shutdown runs for many days. Okay, like for 500 plus days, it has been continuously shut down in Myanmar. Ethiopia, Tigray crisis was asked in 23 prelims. Location match the following. So Tigray, they are telling 2+ years of full blackout was there, full communication blackout. Okay, 2+ years means again 600-700 days, right? So then that is global. Now Indian scenario, 49 times in 2022, 49 times in Jammu and Kashmir, highest in any state in the country. And then Rajasthan imposed 12 times. Then West Bengal also did it multiple times, 7 times. Okay, so this is the scenario in India. These all data should be there in your answer, because an internet shutdown related question is going to come in your mains. Surely it will come. Okay, so now it is dangerous for, see, this kind of captions you can use. Internet shutdowns are dangerous act of digital authoritarianism. Okay, or it can be question itself. UPSC will put this line and tell, explain, comment, justify, elucidate. Okay, if you don't know meaning of all these words, that means you did not watch my foundation. Foundation, I have explained the meaning of each keyword. How will your answer differ based on what keyword UPSC puts. So again, WhatsApp me and get the foundation. Okay, it's free. Foundation is free. So now, if you see, the report states that authorities used shutdown to try to hide serious rights violation and sever communication between individuals and communities, which also impacted, meaning the negativity. When government purposely does it to maybe shut down a community or allow them not to communicate with each other, it will is impacting human rights, and then the human aid which could have provided, the education, health, and I told this all gets stopped. You may be doing for some intention, but you make everything like stop. Now you can't even like accept a delivery from some people without giving your OTP, and for OTP you need internet. Okay, so like that, things are fully dependent on internet. So shutdown has its own impact. Okay, so now another section in the answer which you should not miss is the legislative provisions, like which act is guiding this, which act is giving the power to the government. Is it written in your constitution? Is there any act made? Is there any rules framed? Or did Supreme Court give any judgment? This is another main part of your answer, of every mains answer. Whatever you write about environment, about water, about health, a certain act or Supreme Court cases you have to quote. Okay, you have to use in your answers. So we had Information Technology Act 2000, okay, which is like now not much important that time, and in that website blocking they do, not the complete internet shutdown, website blocking if anything is not good for our country or any problem is there. Then we have the CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code 1973. And then we have the Telegraph Act 1885. Okay, and that under that many rules gets drafted. So that once like that 2017 a set of rules was drafted, and that is your next important topic: temporary suspension of telecom services, public emergency or public safety rules 2017. This is drafted as under the Telegraph Act 1885. So that act we are still using, which in the British time it was there. After that we are framing new rules. Okay, and that keeps getting amended. So as per that, it's not like anybody can go and declare internet shutdown. Who will do it? Who has the power to do it? Only the Home Affairs Ministry in the center and state, and not like the ministry will do it. Under the ministry, there will be the secretary people, Home Secretary. So the Home Secretary, that is senior bureaucrat. Okay, if you also get into civil service and all these things, you will have this thing like state level, it is the Chief Secretary, which is the highest, and the central level, it is the Cabinet Secretary, which is the highest position. Okay, so if you got into UPSC in a very young age, and that many years of service you do, you will reach there. People who like in the 30s and all, later they get into UPSC, you may not reach the highest position. Okay, as per rank, salary wise, everything, promotion and all will happen, but the highest means you have to get in a very young age. So like that, there is Home Secretary. In every ministry there will be a secretary also position, bureaucrats, and there will be joint secretary of many ministries, many things will be there. So here they are telling, as per the rules 2017, UPSC can ask this. Okay, senior bureaucrats, Home Secretary from the Home Ministry at the center and state are having the power to order shutdown. Okay, the 1885 Act, which was their old one, empowers the central government to regulate various types of telecom services, meaning that Act gives the power to center. Then center has made these rules, and as per the rules, these bureaucrats can do this. Okay, now related Supreme Court judgments. Okay, again, it's not, these are all not in Hindu, these are all extra learnings for you. So Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India 2022, they are telling this indefinitely you are suspending internet, that is illegal. That was told by this particular case. Okay, then Union government made some amendment after this series. 2020 only that judgment came. Then November 2020 they made some changes. Okay, and after that, if you see 2021 another committee was formed telling that amendments we are not happy. Then again that debate is going on. So it's like center does something, Supreme Court challenge came, then again change happened, amendment happened, committee is again telling it is bad. So this game will keep on going. So like that you will have new rules 2017, new rules 2018, like the new rules will keep coming as per the new governments and new policies. Okay, so this is what is happening in the legal aspect. So this again Indian Express article, I have taken screenshot. The rules, the same thing I told only, Indian Telegraph Act, only the Home Secretary of the Union or State can pass an order, and they should include the reasons. Okay, that is one thing. There's UPSC can put that in prelims question. They need not tell the reason for shutdown. That is wrong. They have to tell the reason as per the rules. Okay, maybe they won't do it, but as per the rules they have to do. Then should be after that, it's not like after that immediately next day they have to forward it to a review committee also. Not like declare and then keep quiet. You have to give it to a review committee. Okay, within 5 days they will be then reviewing it, and it has to check whether it is in compliance with the section 5(2) of the Telegraph Act. Then only it is like kind of approved. And there also I think there was a limit like only up to 15 days you can shut down and all, but that nobody follows. Up to hundreds of days its internet shutdown happens. So that kind of static part you have to keep, like note down somewhere wherever you're making notes. How to make notes again in foundation I've told you. Now inside that review committee who will be there? I told you, you will declare it and then give to review committee. In central level, if they are announcing the shutdown, Cabinet Secretary, Secretaries of the Department of Legal Affairs and Telecommunication, these people will be there. In the case of state, the Chief Secretary, instead of Cabinet Secretary, Chief Secretary, Secretary Law and Legal Affairs, those people, okay. Other than the Home Secretary, the Home Secretary also will be there. So these are the committees which will review whether the shutdown was valid or not. Understanding? So it's not like one person, it's a full team who decides. And then if you see, telecom service providers must designate nodal officers to handle such request. So there should be proper officers also assigned to review this, and the full process, the paperwork and everything, it should be assigned. And then before, as I told, before 2017 rules came, what would we use or who had the power? Now only we are telling Home Secretary. Before that, the section 144 of the CRPC gave the district magistrate, okay, the DM, the collector, he had the power, broad powers during dangerous situation. Even but after 2017 these rules came, right? After that also some of the DMs are using the power, some extreme situations it is being used is what being told here. And section 69 of the IT Act, which I told 2008, that gives the power to the government to block particular website and not the internet as a whole. So CRPC you have to quote, IT Act you have to use, and this rules under Telegraph Act, all these should be there in answers. And then doing like unlimited is illegal as per that Supreme Court case also. This all pointers should be there in your answer. Okay, if you see that last line, shutdown in Kashmir was the longest ever in a democratic country. Okay, like it's not democratic there, every time it will be shut down only. Democratic country, whatever happened in Kashmir was the longest ever. Okay. So now here onwards actually the Hindu article starts. Till now whatever I told you is all what actually you need for your exam. Okay, that is extra effort which was done. This is now the Hindu, today's Hindu. So number of shutdowns again by another some internet shutdown tracker, some group is there. They are telling like 738 since 2012, 738 times shutdown was there in India. And if you see the reasons, many reasons are there. 40 to 50% are because of communal tensions. Okay, Hindu-Muslim riots or something they want to prevent. So they are doing that. And then that is okay. But again, just to prevent cheating during exam or so that the exam paper gets leaked and all, some governments have done it. So that is very absurd, and that is what is being discussed here. Okay, I think it will come in the next slide. Rajasthan some exam, okay, Rajasthan entrance exam or something. Before the exam, so that the paper stays safe, they have shut down internet for many days or this thing so that paper doesn't get leaked. Understanding? So that and all is very weird reasons for by a government telling like, oh, we are going to shut down internet, to complete internet. So that is not right. So those things will come. Preventive shutdowns are imposed before an event take place. Okay, so that if you see the one example of some BJP related some riot and Hindu-Muslim fight is given, not important. But again they are so that nothing happens. Seeing that one news, other people again should not come onto the road and start killing each other. So that is why they sometimes take that precaution. Okay. So around 84 shutdowns in 2022, I told you the chart. These are the articles in Indian Constitution. Article 19, freedom of speech, you know. Okay. Article 21, the right to life, which includes the right to internet also. Okay. Then Supreme Court, as I told, the Anuradha case is there. And shutdowns should be exercised only in situations which require exceptional control and surveillance. It should be that much critical reason, only then you should do. Okay, then Article 92 is there, which allows to put reasonable restrictions. How much ever fundamental rights, everything is given to you based on our countries. If you see threat to nation, national sovereignty, integrity, defense, avoid incitement or commission to a cognizable offense, anything there is a chance, then you can put restrictions. It is written in the Constitution itself, Article 92. Okay. Then proportionality means what? Proportionality is means you cannot shut down the internet to prevent cheating in exams, meaning unwanted reasons and all don't do. Here if you see Rajasthan eligibility examination for teachers and West Bengal also for some pariksha, they have done this. Okay, they have cut off internet just to prevent an exam leakage and all. So that's very, very absurd things which happened in our country. So when we take that count of 84, obviously these things also will be counted. Okay. So a general protocol or benchmark may not work for a particular situation. So again, sometimes the rules always, it's not like it applies to every situation. It is not followed all the time also. Sometimes maybe Home Secretary is not available or those things and all. Joint Secretaries also does it. Or sometimes, as I told, DMs itself does in the local level. So that can happen. Okay. Even though rules are not like that. And anything, if you have problem, it can be challenged in court also. It's not like it is an ultimate word. That's also one thing written there. Any challenge is decided by the appropriate court. And the author is telling there should be more transparency and clarity in like how these protocols are formed, how it is interpreted, how it is implemented, who all does it, what was the reason for internet shutdown, everything should be done. Okay, so here nobody below the level of joint secretary can impose a shutdown, but often DMs also end up imposing such a blanket shutdowns. Okay, so see, people can't work, access telemedicine, study, eat, because everything now, delivery service, everything will stop, right? One time OTP don't come. So such problems are there. Okay, then there's rule 5 of the temporary suspension rule says that the review committee has to be formed within 5 working days and understand how the review committee is working and whether there are minutes of meeting. Problem is, in rules it's all there, but they are not putting it in public. What happened in that meeting? Okay, they just tell, okay, approved. What happened in that meeting? Is there any minutes of meeting, any notes or summary of that meeting available anywhere? Such things are missing. So this shutdowns cannot be justified like that, and that has to be put out in public. Okay. So it's again that case judgment which I told there. One more point was told, even if you're shutting down, at least inform them. Okay, inform that we are shutting down. So that was told in that Supreme Court case again. Okay. Then in Jammu and Kashmir and Manipur, the cases again they have written. Okay. Jammu and Kashmir, they allowed certain website like banking and this important website, but told like only 2G will work. Okay, with 2G nowadays, not even a website will open properly. Okay, so that is actually an impractical solution they have given there. And sometimes if you see bank main home page, they will allow. It's like whitelisted, they tell. Whitelisted means it's allowed, you can use it. But when you click on that and then go to the next, maybe some net banking page or some page, maybe that page was not included in that. So what is the point? Simply home page, if you see what is the use of it. Everything, even the payment gateway, you are paying something, you will go through an external website and then only make the payment. If that and all is not whitelisted, then what is the point of getting this home page access alone? Understanding the point? So that and all is listed here. It's not practical solution. And then Manipur High Court also, they set up some committee allowing this VPN, virtual private network. I'll try to teach it in separate science and tech episode. So VPN servers and all is there through which internet you access. So that one and all, you like, not like banning entire internet, servers alone, certain you can ban or allow. That kind of solutions also are suggested. But again, author is finally telling you will be allowing all the things and then banning social media. That is also not right, because social media is also a freedom of expression. Okay, so that author finally is telling that again, like totally against the government only, that shutdown itself should not be there in any situation. Okay, and the final slide, a lot of businesses. Okay, our India is like an informal economy also, so we don't know who is actually affected, who is not affected. Like because people ask like, okay, how many crores of loss happened because of that internet shutdown? We don't know, because many people are operating from many places, their business and all these things, which is everything is not tracked. So that reason, an impact of shutdown cannot be studied, or it has to be studied, is what the final conclusion the author is telling, so that we can calculate exactly how much loss is being happening. And then certain websites, if it's very necessary, it can be blocked. And healthcare, education and all should be made available all the time. Okay, so that like this we can teach you all the time. Understanding? This is the internet shutdown. Now next again is this kind of a little complicated article, internationalizing the rupee. So rupee, once upon a time, right, 1950s, 60s, if you see the timeline, Indian rupee had a very high recognition outside, because those days Gulf countries which are just beginning to grow, that time like Dubai, that time is not Dubai or like other countries, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, it's written here, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, UAE, these countries that time did not have their own currency itself. Okay, there are no people itself, people from multiple places went and settled there. Okay, that's how Dubai, if you see, half of the population is from India only, or maybe remaining are from China or Philippines and all. Dubai themselves doesn't have a history or anything, just a desert where one king or their family was there, and then many people came there and settled, and now Dubai is how it is, one of the most booming countries you can tell in the world. So those days Indian rupee was a legal tender for almost all transactions there also. They accepted it, they exchanged it with this pound sterling which was there that time. Everything was good that time. Okay, 1959 there was problem like gold smuggling used to happen a lot. Okay, people smuggle a lot of gold from there and come to India. Then here they will sell it and get rupees. This rupee they'll take and go there, and then they'll again use it there. So this was caught, and then they understood this is not correct. We cannot allow like this. People are taking our gold and going, then bringing back that rupee, putting in our country. So this circle they did not like. So they stopped giving that recognition, or the usage transaction they did not allow. Okay, then they introduced something called Gulf rupee. Okay, something called Gulf rupee was introduced by the central bank, by the RBI only. So now that can be, here Indian rupee is used, there Gulf rupee is used. Okay, this was those 50s, 60s timeline I am telling. Okay, so this happened smoothly, it was going fine. 1966 India, what is India devalued its currency. Okay, this devalue and all, if you don't understand it, it's okay. Okay, you are newcomers, maybe you don't know. So the current, like we tell, right, $1 is equal to suppose 50 rupees. Okay, and then we devalue it means we will make it like $1 equal to 80 rupees. That means our, for $1 earlier it was 50 rupees, now it's 80 rupees, means our value is going down. Okay, or $1 equal to 100 rupees it becomes later, our value is going down. We can call it depreciation also, either rupee depreciation or rupee devaluation. Difference is, depreciation means it automatically happens because of the market, like how it is happening now. Devaluation means purposely we decide that let us make it not 50, let us make it 80. And why we do that? There is benefit for that. When we devaluate, it helps our export. Now that also, if you don't understand, I'll tell you in simple thing. Suppose somebody export me, we have some, like suppose chocolates. Okay, we have to give some chocolates or something to sell. There is in India, USA people want to buy it. So earlier, when they give $1, we give 50 rupee worth of chocolate. Okay. Now suppose devaluation happened, so $1 became 80 rupees. So now when they are coming, they will see like for $1, not just 50 rupees chocolate, I will get 80 rupees chocolate. So they find it more economical for them. So our chocolates, they will buy in bulk again. Instead of $1, they'll buy for $10 because they get more quantity now. And this is a very absurd example just to make you understand. $1, 50 rupees item they used to get. Now when it is devalued, they are getting for the same $1, they are getting 80 rupees worth of item. So they will do more trade with us. So we will have more export. This is the logic. Many people just by heart. Devaluation means export improves. Devaluation means export improve. So this export improve, how I am telling. This is the basic unit level I am telling. So this overall, that's why our trade booms. Whenever our rupee depreciates or devalues, our exports actually booms. Okay, this is global thing. This is how it works. So we purposely devalue it. Okay, in 1966, India devalued currency, eventually causing some West Asian countries to replace the Gulf rupee with their own currency. So those times, 60s is the time when they started their dirhams, dinar, riyal. These are all the Middle East people's currencies which started coming. Okay, and also they had that time discovered oil, and then oil boom happened. All these things started. Okay, so they now have their own sovereign currencies, and this Gulf rupee concept also went away. Indian rupee value we lost. Now that is that time. Now recently what is happening? 2016 demonetization happened. 2023 now 2000 rupee note we are telling we will not use again. So these and all the neighboring countries, right, Nepal, Bhutan and all, they used to ideally allow. Few years back you can go with our Indian rupee and use there. They used to allow. But now they are also afraid. What if tomorrow they tell, okay, 500,000 rupees not valid? So they will fear accepting it, right? So that is why in our neighboring countries also these are changing, policies are changing, and RBI is also considering like how to again get back on track. Okay, how to make our currency acceptable across the world. Okay, so very little international demand. The rupee is far from being internationalized as of now. The number exactly if you want, foreign exchange market hovers around 1.6% only. Okay, while India's share of global goods trade is only 2%. Okay, this is actually this year's prelims question. Okay, this year's prelims question, factual number they asked, India's goods trade, how much it is, okay, of the world share, and they gave 3.2% or something. Answer is this one, 2%. Okay, 1.9, 1.8% is India's global goods trade share. Okay, and services we do around, I think 4% or something. Okay, this kind of GK UPSC never asked in previously, but 2023 prelims they have asked. So please note down all these things. So India has now started taking some steps, okay, to internationalize the rupee. They have enabled the external commercial borrowing, ECB. Okay, external commercial borrowing means kind of loan, or others, foreigners, companies, everybody who comes and set up here, they need money. There are different ways of doing it. So One thing is, if you see the next line, Vostro account. Okay, Vostro account is something like a country itself having an account with us, not like people. Russia will have a Vostro account here with our SBI or something. So they will have enough money, everything in rupees here, and that they can use for all the transactions. When you're doing business here or something here, a factory, nuclear plant, anything, you will need a lot of money here. So they will have an account here. Same like India will have an account there. So it's like we having an account in other country bank in their currency, other countries central bank in their currency. Okay, not central bank, any bank. So that is called Vostro account. So Vostro account, ECB here and all in bulk now we are doing with multiple countries, but it is not working. That is what the author is telling. We did all these things, but it is not working. Russia is telling, okay, we have an account, there are a lot of rupees, around $40 billion rupees is pending there. We have no actually need now, and you are buying oil now. That oil actually in dollars only India is buying. Rupee is still not accepted properly by Russia. Russia already your rupees lot of money is here with us. Okay, so that whatever they have tried is not working is what is told in this particular time. So in short, there is very little international demand to trade in the Indian rupee. So now author is telling solutions. Okay, so one thing is you should know, again I think every page there is a concept now. So convertibility. Okay, there is something called current account, capital account, that you have to know basics first. Current account is all your goods and services, the trade which I told you are doing, trading with other people. Okay, importing, exporting, that is the current account. Capital account deals with all this loans, investment, bond, stock, these kind of things, meaning you are buying a something rich investment you are doing there, bond, American bond you are buying, or American stock market you are investing, or any property you are buying there. So it's like investment in a foreign thing. Okay, so that is current account. Capital account is basically that. There are many other things inside that, but basically goods and services here, and the bond, stock and loans, all these things here. So now convertibility, that is one thing. In India, current account is fully convertible, but capital account is not fully convertible. It is partially convertible. Now this meaning, again, many people won't know. Fully convertible means your rupee and dollar exchange. That is what it is, converting rupee into dollar or dollar into rupee. Like suppose now you import something from outside, as I told. Okay, so money will come in dollar or rupee, whatever it comes. You can exchange it fully because you are doing trading, and current account convertibility is allowed 100% in our country. So import, export, whatever currency you have to and fro, your dollars you go and give to RBI and tell, okay, give me rupee, or rupee you give and give dollar, that they allow because you are using it for trading. You are using it for your current account purpose. It is allowed in India. Capital account, you want to buy, as I told, some investment you want to do in USA and you want dollars now. You go to the bank and ask, give me dollars. They will tell, we won't give you that much dollars and all. We have partial convertibility only. Okay. So that reason, many people are afraid to. If we had complete 100% capital account convertibility, our rupee, many people will trust more. Many people will think, okay, I can accumulate as many rupees I want, whenever I want, I can make it dollar, or this much dollar is there, I want. So that foreign people, countries, everybody is not happy that we don't have capital account convertibility. Now you will think that, okay, then India, why they are simply holding this, just make it fully 100%, right? Then what is the issue? That's what you will be thinking. Why we won't do is because, as I told, you will come with this much rupee and tell, okay, give me this much dollar. You will, from where will RBI give? From their foreign exchange reserve only. This reserve is very important for a country to run. You take this and start distributing to all the people for their purchases and all these things. Your foreign reserve will get empty. Okay, your foreign reserve get empty, then your country can't survive. Whenever a recession, crisis, something comes, your country cannot survive. You cannot make it zero, the foreign currency thing. Not even zero, you cannot make it lower than a particular limit. So that is the reason we are not making it properly. As long as at least we should have that much buffers and foreign reserves at a point, and then we should grow again in GDP and all, then we can think about it. So it's in process. We have started considering. Okay, that also we will discuss here. So India does not permit full capital account convertibility, that is allowing free movement of local financial investment asset into foreign asset and vice versa, which I told. Okay, so that we don't have, and these are just a table from Google I took. Full convertible, partial convertible, full amount of foreign exchange required will be made available. And here if you see, Tarapur committee was there. Tarapur, one person, SS Tarapur was there. His committee report told that we should move towards capital convertibility, and now this author is suggesting that we should try to do it by 2060. Okay, and then one slide full, they are given Chinese example. China also was not convertible and all these things. So China, renminbi, that is the currency. Okay, like we have rupee, renminbi or yuan is the both are same. Okay, different names. So their currency, once upon a time 2004 and all, it was not acceptable outside China. then they had this dim sum bond. Okay, bond paper, you are releasing bond paper, and then people will give you money like that bond. Okay, India also has masala bonds, which is like in rupees you will get the money. Same with that, this in their currency. So they did it in bulk and told like everyone, you use this bonds wherever you want. Okay, if a purchase for this thing, for that thing, bond was made that much viral. They made it in those days, 2004, 2007, including Hong Kong, which was under China. They all started doing this, and so everybody was okay with using RMB, renminbi, for their transactions. And then Chinese currency started getting acceptance. People started keeping it as a reserve currency or backup. If they don't have dollar, they use this one. And lot of trade used to happen. Okay, so it allowed everything outside China, the transactions for every kind of investment, including this foreign direct investments and all. And they signed swap agreements also. Currency swap agreement means, okay, I'll give you this much Chinese thing, you give this much your currency. Like that, then they started using it for each other's trade and all. So like that, they did lot of agreements, Brazil, UK, Uzbekistan, Thailand. And then they had a Shanghai Free Trade Zone also in 2013, where again, the transaction between the resident and non-resident, their offshore account, onshore account, every kind of transaction, they made it so liberal that people started trusting the currency. If we have this currency also, there are multiple places I can use it. Okay, so that all is a learning for India. Okay, by second quarter 2022, the renminbi share of international reserve had around close to 3%, as that is what this article is telling. Okay, so now this is the last slide. See the first line and the last line. Many reforms can be pursued, and the last line is, we hope that this will be pursued. Okay, author is suggesting some things, whatever is in red color, and then they're telling, we hope this will be instituted. Okay, so what are those points he's telling? Make it more freely convertible, at least by 2060. Then RBI should pursue a deeper and more liquid rupee bond market. Again, that bond, make it liquid. Liquid means more easily usable everywhere. Okay, then Indian exporters and importers should encourage to invoice their transaction rupee. Okay, meaning the rupee invoices, everything should be, rupee should be there everywhere. Okay, mention. Then additional currency swap, like they did currency swap, India should do with countries like Sri Lanka and all. Then tax incentive, give the foreign business people that if you do more and more transactions in rupees, we'll give you a lot of tax benefits. So give them offer. Okay, then RBI and the finance ministry should ensure that even after doing all this, that time the currency management should be stable. Our foreign reserve should not go down. Our everything you should maintain also. Policy should be done. Then push for making rupee an official currency in the international organizations. Like as I told you, have a Quad group, you have a SCO group. They're telling, okay, rupee also, we all will trade in rupee. First make it popular in a small group. Then only slowly you can add more and more countries and make it global. So that way, these are the steps given. This is very excellent steps also. You should note down. This is the complete answer for internationalization of rupee. Okay, and many concepts I taught you, including convertibility. More you will learn when you enroll to my test series. Everything with the notes, pictures is there. Okay, that's why I tell our test series is sufficient for you if you study it properly. Okay. Last article, Uniform Civil Code. So Uniform Civil Code, you know, the meaning civil, in India there is civil, everywhere in the world, civil laws are there, criminal laws are there. Civil law means your marriage, divorce, adoption, property inheritance, these are all civil laws. Okay, and criminal laws means you are like theft, murder, kidnap, all these are criminal laws. So problem in our country is every religion is not follow. India we have, right, the CRPC for criminal, and we have other laws in India which is for the proper laws for everything. But religions, many people don't follow them. Okay, in Hindu also we have the special marriage act and all these things. In Muslims, the Sharia kind of thing is there. Islamic banking is there. There are many things which is actually not in sync with the national laws. Okay, so this problem is not like started now. Right from Ambedkar's time, he's telling everybody should have one law for civil and criminal both. This uniform criminal code we managed. Okay, meaning if it's a Hindu or Muslim, you go and kill someone, you are treated the same way. Okay, that time Muslims don't follow Sharia law. Okay, in Sharia law it will be written like if you are pickpocketer or something, then cut your hand. You would have seen this Taliban and these people and all, for small crimes they will cut your throat and kill you. Because they are following the actual Sharia. Okay, they also will filter as per their convenience. Everybody who uses religion as a tool is using like that only. But I am telling, like that criminal laws, there are many things. So Muslims in India especially, if you see, they also don't know, they are actually using criminal laws in the Indian CRPC, but civil laws, they have their Sharia law. Okay, being one person can marry 3 times, then this divorce you are doing like that talaq, triple talaq thing already gone now, but that kind of you can instantly, through phone you are telling divorce and doing that. Property, most of the women are not getting. Okay, that in Hindu families also it's there, in villages and all. Only the son gets most of this land, this thing and all. The daughters are not getting. So these both religions and other religions also, they are not following completely the civil laws and criminal laws. Criminal laws are there, civil laws they are not following as per the national law. So why not we have a uniform civil code? This is the meaning of UCC. And this is written by Ambedkar itself as Article 44, which is under the directive principle of state policy. We have fundamental rights, which is Article 14 to 32. Then we have after that a DPSP, and then after that we have fundamental duties. Okay, these are basics. When you start reading Lakshmikant, newcomers, you will understand. Okay, this is how the constitution is written. So how did it end up in DPSP? That is what is told here. Why did not it become a fundamental right that time? There was a huge debate. Ambedkar told he wanted. If you see there, here, why this is in news now? Because including Prime Minister Modi, everybody told this coming July, the session, we will be launching UCC. Okay. And because they have the numbers also, obviously it will get passed also, Uniform Civil Code. But problem is, people consider it is against their religion. Okay, sometimes Hindus also will object, Muslims also will object. Everybody think it is against them, against their religion. They are changing our lifestyle. Actually, this is not something invented now. As I told, it's already there. But we are just not implemented it. Okay. So Modi told that it will be enacted. Now debate goes back to the Constituent Assembly, meaning before you had a parliament, the Constituent Assembly, okay, before 47, who were drafting the thing, that time itself the debate is going on. So here Ambedkar told, who is the chief architect of our constitution, for ensuring gender equality and eradicating prevailing social evils, you have to have a UCC or Uniform Civil Code. So these are the lines told by him. Okay, Ambedkar told in the argument, I personally do not understand why religion should be given this vast, expansive jurisdiction so as to cover the whole of life and to prevent the legislature from encroaching upon that field. Okay, meaning why religion has this much power. After all, what are we having this liberty for? We are having this liberty in order to reform our social system, which is so full of iniquities, so full of inequalities, discrimination and other things which conflict with our fundamental right. It is therefore quite impossible for anybody to conceive that the personal law shall be excluded from the jurisdiction of the state. So it is impossible to think like that. So that is what he told. And not only him, many people supported him. If you see Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer told that article actually aims at amity. What it aims at is to try to arrive at a common measure of agreement in regard to these matters. He also want to conclude it and implement it. K.M. Munshi told that the point, however, is whether we are going to consolidate and unify our personal law in such a way that the way of life of the whole country may in course of time be unified and secular. What have these things got to do with religion? I really fail to understand. Okay, so he's telling, why are you bringing religion into this? We are telling everybody marry the same way, this divorce the same way, adoption the same way, property give equally to everyone. We are not telling any religion or harming any religion or your prayers or your worship thing, that and all is not being questioned. These things, basic social life things which you are following, that everybody do the same way. Okay, he marry once, you also marry once. Okay, so that kind of things is what's trying to be uniformed. Okay, so finally, because consensus was not reached, they decided to put it under Article 44 of the directive principles. Okay, directive principle is something which you cannot give case against anyone telling like it is you violated my DPSP. If it's fundamental right, you can go and give case, right? Okay, this one you cannot do. So that is the reason they want to move it from there to, because that was told that time, whatever is in DPSP, the upcoming government should slowly start implementing. But I don't think we implemented too many things. Few things we did. In 2011, I think we introduced cooperative societies. There are many things which was there. We slowly started implementing. Okay. So now, Supreme Court also, till now, they have told many things, but they never forced the central government like go and implement it, because they believe that it is framing of law with is the exclusive domain of the parliament. And these are the different things. If you see Shah Bano case is there, some Indian Young Lawyers Association case 2018 is there. Everywhere they have discussed that. In Supreme Court discussion has happened, but till now it didn't implement. Now the Law Commission report has come, and that based on that only the Modi is going to do it, or the BJP party is going to do it. So it is a matter of regret that Article 44 remains a dead letter. This is a statement from Shah Bano case that again you should use in your answer. If UCC question come, I want every student who watches this to use that in your answer. Okay. But you should write for and against, you should not take a stand. Finally, you should, by the time you give exam, I hope it will be implemented, it will be done. But in case it does not, you have to write both the clauses and tell a proper way forward. Never tell one stand. Okay. So UCC is therefore a step in the right direction, long overdue to safeguard the fundamental rights of all citizens and reduce social inequalities and gender discrimination. So this again unified legal framework, that again round and round. This again I think the last slide where they are telling the doubts, if opposition has any doubts and all, you should, instead of fighting, you should address them through enlightened debate and constructive engagement. And then the main objective is what? No gender discrimination, everybody enjoy fundamental right, law is uniform for every citizen. Okay, then Ambedkar, as he told also, these are the things: gender equality, marriage, divorce, inheritance. And UCC would eliminate all the discriminatory practices that deprive women of their rights and provide them with equal opportunity and protection. Okay, so this will promote a sense of unity among the diverse community which India has. Personal law should have a two-dimensional acceptance that should be constitutionally compliant and consistent with the norm of gender equality. Okay, meaning it should, whatever laws these religions make, right, it should have, personal laws should be in sync with the constitution also, that is one thing, and it should be in sync with the gender equality also, because people, whenever they argue, they tell that we didn't break any rule, you have given us like article 24, 25, run your religion as per you like, that's all given you. But that time, are you considering gender equality also? Two domain, that's what I mean, two-dimensional acceptance should be there. Okay, so finally the author is telling, I would like to urge my fellow citizens and leaders of religious groups and political party to rise above all differences and support the implementation of the UCC. Okay, and then give a tangible shape to the vision of the country's illustrious founding fathers to build a new, inclusive, egalitarian India that we all want. Okay, so in a positive way, if you want to conclude, or suppose it's already implemented, then the reason why it was implemented, that time you can end positively like this, the reason. Okay, so these were the 3 big articles today. Tell in comment section whether this was useful, and any more doubts you can tell me. I will tell in the tomorrow's episode. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.